It's not everyone's fault. It's not your mom's fault. It's not your dad's fault. It's not your stepdad's fault. It's not your stepmom's fault. It's not your grandparents' fault. It's your fault. If you're still in the victim mentality and your life is crap, it's your fault. There's no one else to blame but yourself. And you didn't heal yourself. That's your responsibility. Stop trauma dumping to other people. These other people, they want to heal too. Hey, friends. My name is Elizabeth, and today we're going to talk about the victim mentality. You still have the victim mentality. When you get out of high school, nobody really cares about you. Truly. You need to have your back more than expecting others to be there for you. Take responsibility and be accountable for your own life. I'm very appreciative of the progress that I've made throughout these past few years of how I've dealt with my victim mentality, because back then when life would hit me, I would just blame everyone, everything. I would just cry in bed for weeks, months. I'd be like, why? Life is so annoying. I hate life. I just want to die. And it was just horrible. That was because I did not realize that it's my responsibility to be there for myself. It's not a guy's responsibility to pick me back up when I fall down. It's not. He could be there for me and have his hand up, but he can't get my legs up for me. And I was just annoying. Like when I was trauma dumping or telling others about my problem, I was so annoying because I've honestly had people, now that I'm healed, I'm still working on it. I'm not like, I still have things that I need to work on, but I've met this person and it was so draining hearing about her boy problems that in my head I was just like, did I really sound like this? And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so annoying because this person is so annoying. If your life is not going how you want it to be, it's because you chose it to be like that. I like to remind myself that life happens for me, not to me. So when I get triggered and I cry, I like to think of that as my opportunity to work on that trigger. So the next time I get triggered, it's not going to be the same anymore. And an example of that was something that happened the other day. So something happened at home and I got triggered from like my childhood trauma. And I went to my closet and I was just crying. But before I went in the closet, I told myself, I'm going to put a timer for 5 minutes. And when this timer goes off, I don't care how I feel. I'm going to put my big girl pants up and I'm going to do what I need to do. So I was like, okay, Alexa, put a timer for 5 minutes. So I went in the closet and I was just crying, crying, crying. I was like, just scream if you have to. Just do what you need to do. But the moment you get out of there, you're not the same anymore. So I was in the closet crying, crying, praying to God. I was just like, God, I don't know how to deal with this, but give me the strength to. I was my 19-year self hugging my 5-year-old self. I was just like, you're beautiful, you're worthy. And it was just an amazing experience because it was like me hugging my 5-year-old self, because you know when you realize how old you've gotten, but your soul sometimes still feels the aching of your childhood wounds. And when it get triggers, like you're a different person now because you're grown, but you can't help but cry. And that was just one of those days for me where it's like, I thought I healed from this. And I realized that I was sure that when a certain person treats you a certain way, it's just a projection. Okay? Always tell yourself that it's a projection. And when someone hurts you by their words, just know that they're dealing with stuff internally, and just rejoice. Your mind doesn't know the difference between yourself and another person. So if you talk crap about a certain person, your mind is going to think that you're talking about yourself. If you call someone ugly, your mind is going to think that you're calling yourself ugly. We need to be careful on what we say out loud, because we can also speak things into existence. So if you call yourself a failure, you're going to become a failure because you're speaking existence out of that circumstances. So be careful what you say. That was a practice of me being emotionally aware. I think that we don't like to deal with problems because it's just uncomfortable to do so. Like, it's not easy for me to go back about my childhood trauma. Like, I used to always blame my childhood trauma, and it's over. We're an adult now, and we need to be an adult and take accountable for our lives. Because if we don't, then we're just going to project that onto other people, and other people are going to project that to other people, and other people are going to project that to not only to others, but also to yourself. In order for me to have a good relationship with others, I need to have a good relationship for myself. I need to be nice to myself. I need to love myself like how I would want others to love me. Be a master of your fears. Confront your fears. I got in a really bad car accident. Even after the car accident, I told my mom and my sister I'm more scared of not being able to drive than driving, because me not being able to drive, especially here in America, that means your life is over. Because how can you get to work? How can you go to places? How can you make a life for yourself? Driving is very, very important here in America. And as even though I got in that car accident, I told myself that I need to do this for myself, because how can I improve my life? Because if I don't do anything with my life, what am I going to do? Just sit in bed and be depressed all day long? No. I can do whatever I want in this world. I want to be successful. I can be successful if I wanted to. It's just that, how bad do I really want it? The ability of being peace with yourself is far more being happy or sad. I also like to think that happiness is a byproduct of getting over sadness. When God closes certain doors for you in your life, He opens better ones. I hope you guys like this video. I know it was all over the place. Comment down what you guys think. Like and subscribe if you guys want to see more of me. And yeah, I love you guys. Bye. Mwah.